I've been waiting my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host Sonny Hostin has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She got in. She run these women. Tell me why she got her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud, and I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury?
One Sonny Hostin is in deep trouble. We're talking on the edge of bankruptcy here, but that's just the start. Her husband, he's been arrested in a jaw-dropping $450 million fraud case tied to the RICO Act. Yeah, you heard that right. How? Did this once untouchable power couple crash so hard? What secrets brought them from the top to the bottom? Hold tight.
Pat, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the loss because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that. This is accused.
All accused. Yeah, all accused, but he's in the RICO. This is a big RICO case that her husband's in there.
This scandal is just getting started, and the truth will shock you. You won't want to miss a second of how it all unfolds. Intro. True Sonny Hostin probably thought her biggest drama was breaking down political scandals on The View, but honestly, that's starting to look like kids' play compared to what's hitting her now. When even The View needs some outside chaos to shake things up, you know things have gotten really serious. This time, it's not Sonny's sharp opinions making.
Orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin is accused in December. Lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow.
Headlines. It's her husband, the orthopedic surgeon whose so-called expertise might just be dragging both of them into a nightmare of legal trouble, with a whole lot of financial ruin thrown into the mix. Hostin's attorney, Daniel, is standing firm, denying these allegations not once but twice. He calls the whole lawsuit a desperate, baseless attack from a nearly bankrupt insurance company trying to strong-arm doctors and slash healthcare benefits. At the heart of this storm, claims that Hostin's husband performed unnecessary surgeries after minor accidents, skipping safer, less invasive treatments. American Transit isn't holding back either, pointing fingers at New York's 1974 no-fault laws, blaming them for creating the perfect storm for widespread insurance fraud. Now picture this, waking up thinking it's just another routine day at the hospital.
The View co-host Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud. According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influenced and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers.
Only to find yourself hit with a $450 million racketeering lawsuit. Oof, when your husband is accused of running one of the biggest insurance scams in the country. And you've spent years preaching ethics and outrage on national TV. Well, let's just say that moral high ground is about to come crashing down, right into a mountain of scandal and debt. Oh, the delicious irony.
What'd you always say? It's always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickbacks.
Dr. Hostin is allegedly raking in kickbacks for surgeries that probably didn't even need to happen. Knees, shoulders, basically anything expensive enough to look good on a medical bill. Meanwhile, the insurance companies, they're left holding the bag, paying for procedures that, in some cases, might not have happened at all. It's the classic scam, wrapped up neatly in a lab coat. Oh, you thought I was fixing your knee? No, sweetheart. I was fixing my bank account, and just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, the plot thickens. Dr. Hostin might be cashing in on these questionable surgeries. Sunny's over here clinging to her View persona, like it's her only lifeline. You'd think someone who's spent years breaking down scandals would have a plan when the spotlight finally turns on her own front door. But nope. Her response so far? A confusing mix of radio silence and carefully timed avoidance. It's like she's hoping this courtroom nightmare will just disappear, while she practices her shocked and appalled face for when the story officially blows wide open. But let's be real.
Guys, this is why we need to seriously have a long, lengthy conversation about healthcare in the United States of America. This is basically it. So Sunny Hostin's husband was basically charged with insurance fraud. What he was doing was doing like fraudulent surgeries and then overcharging the insurance companies for them. This is what this is. So now, of course, he's now being named along with about 200 other individuals in a federal RICO charge case, guys.
When your husband's name comes up in one of the largest RICO cases New York has ever seen, it's time to stop playing innocent and start facing the music, because no amount of no comment or polished on-air poise is going to make this mess just vanish. Now, take a step back and let this sink in. We've seen plenty of scandals, political, personal, you name it. But this is something else. Forget DC drama. We're talking health insurance fraud, fake surgeries, and a husband allegedly running a surgical crime ring like it's Grey's Anatomy, RICO edition. You really can't make this stuff up.
Orthopedic surgeon and husband for the View host, Sunny Hostin, has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She got she run these women. Tell me why her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud. And I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury? Roll it, Nick.
You know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband.
Grey's Anatomy if all the surgeons were secretly mob bosses. Sure, it's easy to paint insurance companies as the bad guys. They're not exactly known for their compassion. Need a life-saving procedure? Here's a denial letter and a polite good luck, but accuse those same companies of shady business. They'll unleash a legal team so ruthless they could sell sand in the Sahara. And yet, in this twisted story, the insurers are somehow the victims of a doctor's greed. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. For once, we're supposed to feel sorry for the insurance companies. Now that's a plot twist. And of course, this wouldn't be a Sunny Hostin scandal without The View. Making a cameo, the irony here is so thick, you could carve it with a scalpel. Sunny, The View's fearless crusader for justice and hard-hitting questions, now finds herself on the other side of the table, dodging the very scrutiny she used to serve up like daily specials. Her husband? Just one of 180 defendants in a massive lawsuit accusing them of draining insurance companies dry, to the tune of millions of dollars, money that maybe, just maybe, should have gone to real patient care instead of lining pockets.
Last week, we learned that Sunny's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, was named in a lawsuit filed by American Transit Insurance Company. He's one of 200 people named in this lawsuit, and they are accusing him of filing fraudulent insurance claims and also getting kickbacks from them. And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history, and they're seeking $450 million. And Sunny and her husband, they are fighting back. They've hired legal eagle Mark Garagos to help them fight this case, and they're claiming that this is completely baseless.
But Sunny, she's playing the silent game, dodging questions, keeping her head down, doing her best. Impression of someone untouched by the chaos swirling all around her. She clings to that polished image, a woman too refined, too righteous to ever get her hands dirty in a scandal this messy. You know that saying, when it rains, it pours? Well, this isn't just rain. It's a full-on monsoon of madness. While Sunny lounges in her designer chair on The View, sipping coffee and tossing out sharp-tongued takes on the world's problems, her husband is allegedly busy draining insurance. Companies dry, We're talking unnecessary surgeries, sky-high kickbacks, and shady deals enough to make even Tony Soprano blush. But sure, let's all pretend this isn't a lawsuit just waiting to blow up in their faces. And here's the kick.
Anna went in a different direction. But I love the fact that, Manny is younger and he's
How
very...
much younger is he?
Just a little bit.
He's like 1 year, isn't he? Like a month or a year or 10 years?
No,
5
years. It's more than a year.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not about me. I think.
Oh, no?
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He
Exactly.
throws the garbage out.
Right.
He does the heavy stuff.
This lawsuit is a sprawling web of alleged corruption, dragging in dozens of doctors, entire medical practices, and even hospitals. It's like the mafia took a break from loan sharking and decided healthcare fraud was the new frontier. According to the plaintiffs, American Transit Insurance, they were fleeced out of millions, paying for surgeries that either never happened, weren't necessary, or were just a cash grab, and now they're coming to get their money back. But hold tight, because it gets even juicier. According to reports, Dr. Hostin's attorney isn't holding back, calling this lawsuit nothing more than a desperate Hail Mary from a sinking insurance company. Classic legal move. When you're caught red-handed, step one, flip the script. Oh, you're accusing my client of fraud? Maybe you're the real con artist. It's a defense as old as time. And honestly, watching it unfold never gets old. Now back to Sunny. Her silence, absolutely deafening. And if you know her, that's just not her style. This is the woman who lights up The View with fiery takes, grilling politicians, exposing scandals, and throwing shade like it's a competitive sport. But now, not a single word.
I have a totally different perspective on this.
I
I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips. I know you
It's
do.
just like twice a
But
day.
here's all I hear from her. America's violent. America's racist. America's bad. Okay. I challenge you, Sonny. And this is Constantine Kissin actually was saying something about this. Find me a country that's not racist.
Is she playing the I'm not involved card, or hoping this whole nightmare quietly fades away before it ruins her brand? Either way, it's wishful thinking, because let's be real. This isn't a tiny hiccup. It's a full-on, primetime soap opera, and instead of a secret affair or a dramatic betrayal, the headline is an alleged illegal surgery ring worth hundreds of millions. You can almost hear the suspenseful music rising as we all sit back, popcorn in hand, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. All right, let's get real for a second. This isn't just some juicy tabloid drama. This is a billion-dollar disaster unfolding right before our eyes. We're talking about what could be one of the biggest medical fraud cases in recent memory. And no, it's not just Dr. Hostin caught in the crossfire. This is a whole network of alleged corruption. Doctors, hospitals, insurers, and even innocent patients caught in the chaos. It's like a heist movie. But instead of robbing banks, they've been draining health insurance accounts, one inflated surgery bill at a time. So what's really behind this scandal? If these allegations hold up, it's a brutal wake-up call to how broken our healthcare system truly is. A system where money talks louder than patient care, and a scalpel might as well be a cash register. Is this the world we want, where the Hippocratic Oath takes a backseat to six-figure paychecks? Because if that's Sunny Hostin's vision of healthcare justice, well, someone cue the infomercial, because I've got a bridge to sell you. But let's not put all the blame on the doctors here. This mess didn't happen overnight or in a vacuum. It's a symptom of a system so flawed it practically begs to be exploited. Insurance companies? They're no angels either. They'll deny your life-saving treatment in a heartbeat, jack up your premiums, and then cry foul when they get played. Meanwhile, doctors like Dr. Hostin are accused of gaming that same broken system for personal gain. It's a race to the bottom, and the only ones really paying the price, the patients, just trying to get better in a system that's sick to its core. All right, here's the deal with Sunny. She might want to start working on a brand new opening. Line for The View that goes something like this. Folks, healthcare is a disaster, and so is my personal life. Because let's be real. when your reputation is spiraling fast, sometimes all you have left is an audience willing to pretend everything's okay. We're all waiting on the edge of our seats, hoping this court case wraps up soon because the suspense? It's giving us whiplash. Now, to be clear, Dr. Hostin hasn't been found guilty of anything yet, but these allegations? They're serious, and the longs